Hi everyone, this is Sherry, and let me just welcome you back to my channel. Thank you for watching today. Today what I'm going to be doing is I am going to be sharing my December daily albums with you. And the reason why I thought it might be fun to do this is I've seen some comments and talk on some of the forums and Facebook groups that I'm a part of, and there were some questions people had. First of all, some people didn't even really know what a December daily or December documented album was. Others were saying they'd like to do it, but they didn't really want to take on the challenge or the work involved in it. And some were on the fence about whether or not they wanted to do it or not. So I thought it would be fun for me to maybe just share some of mine, and because I love this project. It's probably one of my favorite things that I do throughout the year. And once I did my first one, I was hooked, and it was like, I have to do this every year because I'm a huge fan of the holidays. I love Christmas time, and I love to capture everything that goes on during that time. It's such a magical season, and it's just so full of fun events and memories. And so I wanted to make sure that I did capture those in one specific album, which is why I love the December daily albums. So what I thought it would be fun to do is just show you the comparison between my albums that I have here. The differences, you can do different sizes, you can have different designs, and maybe just give you some ideas. It doesn't have to be real elaborate. You can make it as elaborate or as simple as you want to do. What I have here is I have my album from 2010, which is the first one that I completed. And then I did 2011 and 2012. Now I do have everything for my December daily from last year, which is 2013. However, I still have not finished that. I am behind on that. But you know what? I'm okay with that. Typically, what I do is I try to finish my album at least before the next Christmas. Now, I don't always wait this late to do it. Usually I'm doing it the first part of the year. Usually by summer, I'm done with my album from last Christmas. And here's my philosophy. I personally do not like to work on my December daily or December documented album during the month of December, because I don't want to worry about staying caught up. I see people working on them in December, and while it's fun, it's a season, for me, I would rather just enjoy my month, get my pictures, save my memorabilia or things that I want to include, and not have to worry about putting it together. That I did try one year, totally stressed me out, and I was just not enjoying the process. What works better for me is I do go ahead and purchase my kit, because you can only get them right before the Christmas, you know, in that time of year. Go ahead and get my kit or get my supplies together, and then I just wait until I'm ready to do it. And it just so happens this year got a little bit crazy and got away from me. My goal is to still finish it before we start this Christmas. What I do is I keep all of my albums put up in an area, up in a closet in my scrap room, packed away in a box, and I only bring them out at Christmas. So when I decorate for Christmas, that is when I bring out my December albums and I display them. And I can't tell you how much fun it's been for family and friends and people to come, and everybody wants to thumb through these albums every year, because each year, you know, you see kids grow, you see things change, and it's just a lot of fun. So before I keep talking, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of open up a couple of mine here. I'm not going to go through every page and show you everything, but I just wanted to give you an idea of the different options that you have. You have different sizes. You don't even have to use an album. You can just use rings and put one together. It can be as elaborate with embellishments, or it can be as simple with just photos, however you want to do it. This one was my first one that I did, and I used a Prima canvas album that was really big that year. I misted it, add some, you know, glitter and stickles. I added some ribbon here with this was kind of like what I was into then. And so what I did is I just used this album and I added all kinds of stuff into this album. I have pocket pages, a picture of our tree. This is actually a chipboard piece I added. I've got transparencies, paper. This is a pocket that I put some glitter paper in. This is just kind of like a mishmash of everything. This is another pocket page, and I just have pockets with little embellishments and cards. This is actually what came with the album. This was a canvas page. I actually took a transparency and sewed it to the canvas to create pockets. And this is what I used to put some pictures in. This is a Christmas album. However, my daughter got married this year, and she got married on New Year's Eve. So this December was full of wedding stuff, but that was our December this year, which I love. So it not only captured the holidays, but it captured what was going on for us that month, which was wedding planning. And so you'll see here we've got just pages that I've just added. I've added, this is just pattern paper that I've added transparencies and made pockets. So this was a real mishmashed style album. I just added pages in here and there. I found some vintage books that I used papers from, some shaped pages, and I just added a bunch of stuff in here. So this is, you can see, this actually was not a kit. This I just put together my own kit this year and just used different papers and pages, and I even put a little Starbucks red cup, because I love the red cups. That's a big thing for us every year, is to get that red cup, and made a little sleeve to go in there. So this is my first album that I did, my 2010, and it's got all of our things from the holidays that we did, Christmas Day, just great memories. And these kids are all just, you know, this has been 2010, so we're going on, you know, 4 years. So it's just a lot of changes. There's new babies that aren't even in here. And so it was just a fun album. So this is pretty much my 2010 album. Like I said, it was all about the wedding that year. So we've got wedding pictures, but that was our Christmas. That was the focus of our December. So this was for 2010. And then 2011, I went with a chipboard style album, and it was just bare chipboard, just like you see here. And I just did this like a rub-on wood pattern, and then I brushed some Mod Podge with glitter over the top and added the embellishments on the front. And this is just a mixture again. On this one I used parts of the Studio Calico December Daily Kit, but I have a lot of Christmas things that I just mix in. So things that I've purchased either throughout the year or just left over from the previous year. I keep all of my Christmas stuff stored separately in an iris container that has the drawers. And so when I'm doing my December dailies, I pull that out. And so if I need fillers, I've got extras. So this is a very simple way to do this. If you like the handbook style, this is a great size. It's like a 5x8, and it's just the pocket style pages. This is a page I cut from my silhouette. I just added that in there, and you can see collages. This was very easy because you could just slide it into the pages. I did add extra pages because I like to mix it up. I like the pocket pages, and then I like just the plain, you know, paper in between. So I like to add different things in my December album and kind of mix it up. So this was very easy. You see it's just paper, picture, a few embellishments. Here I have a little insert that I did here with a transparency. And so this again is just things that happen throughout the season. I enjoy this time. I take my pictures, and when I'm ready to put my album together, I pull everything together and I do that. Like I said, it's not in December because I want to enjoy this time. I don't want to have to take away from anything going on. And so my albums are put together much after December is over. And so this is just a quick look at my 2011 December album. You can add just a tag in as a page, which is what I did here. And this is really, I love this size. This is a really great size. I'm fond of this one. In fact, 2013 is the same size album. Now, for example, my niece had a birthday in December. So even though it's not Christmas, this is our December. So I include that type of thing in there. So it's not always Christmas related. It's what we do throughout that month. And so I was able to just include her little invitation in there. And then we have more Christmas pictures, family breakfast, movies with the kids, whatever we may do, New Year's Eve, s'mores with the kids. And so then I also have a little page here where I tucked in little cards. So if you have cards that you receive throughout the year, you can save those in there as well. So that's just a quick thumb through of my 2011 album. And then let me go ahead and pull out my 2012 album. And I have to say, this was a December daily kit from Studio Calico this year. So this is a smaller album. This is what came with it, and it was for 4x6 pages. And I just, it came like this, kind of like a linen cover. I just added the ribbon and the bells because I thought it was cute, and added the embellishments on the front. This album on the inside was totally inspired by Shannon Tidwell. I saw hers and I was like, oh my gosh, I love it because it was just such bright colors. I duplicated a lot of what she did because I just love the way it turned out, and I have been very happy with it. I wasn't sure about the size because it was a 4x6, but if you're looking for an easy way to get started into a December album, I highly recommend this because it's so manageable. It's a 4x6 picture. You don't have to do all the extra add-ins. This is just what I did with mine. So you can see here, 4x6 page. You don't have to use a 4x6 photo on these. I just did a smaller photo and some embellishments, and added in pages here, vellum, marking the number of the days, and then each page. This is just a picture shoved in, you know, a pocket page. So just documenting what we did this Christmas. This was fun. This was just add a little shaker page in there with some little sequins, and so you see a lot of what we did in Christmas at the holiday season, but you also see a lot of fun embellishments. And there's my little Max that we just lost recently. See, that's what I'm saying. I mean, this was our dog back then, and he just passed away on Friday last week. So it's these kind of things that, you know, I love to just be able to thumb through and look at. And I look at how much the kids have grown now. So really, this is just a video, probably just encouraging you. If you want to do a December album and you're afraid to, I suggest that you just try it. This year, my daughter and son-in-law found out that they were expecting our first grandchild. So I've got that documented. It was in December when we found out. So that was just a lot of fun to have. Now he's 1.5 years. So, you know, I just suggest that you know, just jump in and give it a try. Things like favorite Christmas movies that this year that we watched. Christmas crafting. And so it's just documenting a lot of the season. And this was my favorite gift wrap that I did. We had a lot of kids in our family, and so this was my favorite gift wrap, and I just wrapped a page with my favorite gift wrap. So it's a lot of fun ideas that you can use for the December album, and it's very easy and manageable. So this is really more or less just sharing how strong I feel about the December albums and how enjoyable they are. And it looks overwhelming, but it's really not. Take it, you know, easy. If you need to get a small album, start there. You know, it doesn't have to be like this. I've kind of like grown into this, and don't feel the pressure to get it done in December. Almost a lot of people I know do that, and I'm watching the Instagram pictures, I'm watching the Facebook pictures, and I just cannot do that. I could not commit to that because December is busy, and if I try to do that in the month of December, I would fail. So I just kind of like relieve myself of that. I don't have to get it done in December. And actually, I enjoy it much more when I do it after December is over and the busyness of that season, and just enjoy that season. So like I said, I will be finishing my 2013 album. My plan is to finish that before this Christmas. So I've got to get going on that. And this year I have actually purchased my December documented kit from Hip Kit Club. They have a beautiful, gorgeous kit this year, and so I'm going to be using that for my 2014. So if you haven't purchased one yet, I highly suggest you check out the Hip Kit Club December documented kit because it's beautiful. beautiful embellishments, beautiful papers. So I hope this has been a help to you if you're on the fence with a December documented or December daily album. Hopefully this gives you a little bit more ideas, shows you insight to some of the fun things that you can do with it. And, you know, I hope maybe you'll decide to take the plunge and give it a try, because it is a lot of fun and it's a really great way to capture December. And so I just want to thank you for sticking around and watching. And if you have any questions, let me know. And I certainly look forward to your comments and appreciate you taking the time to watch. Thanks so much and have a great day.